Welcome back, Lancer fans. John Opila here again, joined by Stephen Halstead, volleyball expert and extraordinaire.
I don't think I would say that.
Well, that's what I just called you, so I hope you live up to the hype tonight. We are back here for the quarterfinal match in the Crossroads League Tournament between the number 4 seed Grace College Lancers and the number 5 seed Taylor Trojans.
We should have a great match on our hands, as the Lancers actually took both matchups this year. They swept Taylor at Taylor's place, and then just a few weeks ago, Grace won a 5-set thriller here versus Taylor. So a little key note to take notice is that Grace is without their All-American setter, Alexa Hill, as she's out for her second straight game with a concussion.
So that's going to be a big impact on the Lancers. Lancers coming into this one, 19-15, 11-7 in conference play. The Trojans 17-16, 10-8 in conference this season.
Yeah, one thing to take notice with that is that Grace comes into this game in their last 10 games only going 2-8, whereas Taylor comes in winning 6 in a row. So Grace has kind of been on the tail end of they had a very great start to the season. So hopefully they can switch that up tonight and get a big win.
Yeah, it's always nice to see that your team can switch it around, especially coming playoff time. So we're going to step away for a second here for pregame protocol.
We just thank you for your creativeness of your creation. Thanks for what that means to us, and we can know you not only through creation but through Jesus in a personal way. We thank you for Grace and for Taylor, schools that proclaim that type of mission. We thank you for representatives of these schools, specifically tonight, the volleyball players of their schools. And Lord, I pray for the 7 seniors that are on the court tonight. You'll continue to guide them in the days to come. May they always trust in you for what's next. Lord, as the match takes place today, we pray that you'll give these ladies the ability to play to the audience of one. You bless them with the talent to play at a high level. May they give it back to you as a form of gratitude for blessing them with this gift. Thanks for the officials, guide them as they continue their season. And thank you for assigning them here tonight. Give them discernment and judgment. Lord, thank you through Jesus that we can call you Lord and Savior. We pray this in his name. Amen. The flag of America located to the right of the main stage, our national anthem.
Prepare to meet the members of the starting lineups for both teams. Stephen, what are some of your keys to the game tonight?
I would say 3 keys I have for the Lancers to pull off the win tonight is defense is the first and foremost the key for everything. Keeping the ball in system, like we said. Starter Alexa Hill is out, so Gabby Harrington filled in last game and had a great game. But one thing that they could do is just keep the ball in system and make it as easy as her. And one thing that we lacked last game as Goshen upset us was that we weren't able to do serve receive very well. My second key I have for the game is that Grace is going to look to attack down the line, and then when Taylor makes adjustments to that, they want to mix in a lot of tips with that. And then my third key is that Taylor has a great setter in Harrell, and they just want to make her be able to block when she's in the front row and make that rotation a little tough on her and make her work a little harder.
I agree with all of what you have said so far, Steven. Fantastic insight and looking to continue to improve on what we've learned from you thus far. Wow, that was not a real word. But the Lancers also, as we mentioned before, looking to bounce back, continue to keep their season that is fantastic alive, and kind of right the ship in the past couple weeks. Lancers starters, pretty much what we would have expected to this point. Starting at setter, Gabby Harrington, Michaela Lockmuller at middle hitter, Kaylee Teal, the outside hitter, Marta Bleed, another outside hitter, Kelsey Zudema, opposite, Hannah Leach will be playing in the front row as well, and Gina Novotny will be the libero for the Lancers today. So the two teams meet at the net, shake hands before the game, and make a lot of noise now, as is typical.
Yes, the unnecessary noise. You have to love it.
So we are getting ready to get underway here. Quarterfinal match of the Crossroads League Women's Volleyball Tournament.
The winner will take on the winner of Marion, who is playing Bethel at home tonight as well.
So it'll be an interesting idea to keep a track of that and see.
You would expect Marion to pull out the win, as they had a great season this year, as they finished tied for first in conference with St. Francis.
It's been a fantastic season for the Knights. And
one thing the Tink noticed, it looks like Caroline Meyer might have got hurt in warm-ups there. She's getting some action from the trainer as Kelsey Zudema is back to serve.
So, Zudema serves, and we are underway. That one double blocked by the Lancers.
Yeah, great block there by Lockmuller. She actually leads this team in blocks this year with 78 total blocks, as she's been a freshman who's played a crucial role for them.
So Lancers out to a quick 1-0 lead. And make it 2-0 on the ace from Zudema.
You have to love the topspin serve that Kelsey Zudema has. She's the only player on this Lady Lancers team who brings that to the table, and because of it, she leads the team in aces.
It's vicious. Just watching it from the stands here, the amount of drop that topspin has is unbelievable. The receive there by Bailey.
That was Amanda Adams with the tip for the kill there.
Zudema tried to pancake it, but nobody was able to get to it as it bounced off her fingertips and towards the scorer's table. Haley Harrell on the serve.
Great dig by Gina Navanti there. Oh.
Michaela Bell tried to tip it up and wasn't quite able to get it up.
Yeah, Julia had a great kill there. One thing that Taylor really looks to do is get their middles involved. Is that something you've seen for their first 2 points so far?
Harrington tried to tip, blocked by Adams.
A little bit of an overpass there. That was one of our keys for the game, is having good serve receive there for Grace, as Gina just pushed that one a little long as it was going to go over the net.
Bell with the receive. And free ball by Teal. Good dig there by Bell. As it lands right on the line.
What an odd way to win a point there, as Taylor thought that ball was going to be landing out, and it landed right on the line, barely over the net. And as we were speaking of Caroline Meyer with that injury, she just checked into the game, so let's hope everything's all right.
Yeah, it looks like she's got
a limp
tape
going on
underneath the knee pad. So we'll see what happens. Meyer, the freshman, serves, looks fine. And tip there from Adams. Good dig by Haley Harrell there.
A correction on what you said earlier. Caroline Meyer actually isn't a freshman. It is her first year with the Lancer program, but she's a junior. She went to Purdue before this, actually, just as a student.
There we go. That is my mistake. So interesting to see how that has come back. And she originally is from Warsaw here.
A great block there between Julia and Ryan. That was just a tough block to go through, as Kaylee just wasn't able to find a hole.
Serve from Jamie Sherb.
Sister of Jess Sherb, former Lancer legend.
That one tipped over.
Sloppy point so far.
And Kaylee Teal tries the attack. Goes long, out of bounds, and that'll be a point for the Trojans. Taylor with an early 6-3 lead here. And serve, once again, coming from Jamie Sherb. To receive from Meyer. And the kill
by Michaela Lockmuller. That was a great kill by her. Like we said earlier, she's a freshman who's had to fill the starting role the entire year, and she's played very well.
Yeah, she has had a strong impact on this program. And looking forward to see what she'll do in the future. So Gina Novotny serves for the Lancers. That tip from Isaacs is blocked and covered by the Lancers. Meyer with a good dig. Bell sends a free ball over. And tipped long and out of bounds.
A little bit of miscommunication there, it looked like, for Taylor on that set.
Yeah, they were looking for a couple. I think Isaacs was looking middle, and they went to the outside. And Novotny serves again. It's a little knuckle.
Oh, yep.
Double hit violation.
Something you don't see a lot from Haley Harrell. She won Setter of the Year 2 years ago. She's a great setter in this conference. And like we said earlier, that's something, when she is in the front row, it's something we should try to take advantage of, because she is only 5'5".
That serve from Novotny goes long.
You hate to see just easy errors that Grace could take care of. Last game versus Goshen, that was something that they really just shot themselves in the foot. Had 10 serving errors last game, and that's the first tonight.
Kill from Teal. Got tipped at the net by a Taylor Trojan, but it flies out of bounds. So Gabby Harrington.
Kaylee Teal has been a focal point of this Lancer offense all year, and defense. Not only does she lead the team in kills with 442, but she's also second in digs with 464.
Yeah, I saw via the Grace Athletics Twitter that our good friend Josh Newhart runs. One of 4 players in the nation with 400 kills and digs at any level.
Yeah.
Division 1, 2, 3, or NAIA.
Nikki Parrott there went with a topspin serve of her own, but it was a little off place.
Teal with the serve received by Sherb. Adams goes for a kill, blocked at the net
By Leach and Zudema, but sadly it just fell down behind. Nobody was there to pick up the tip.
Ashley Harrell goes back to serve. Ashley Harrell is a defensive specialist. Her sister Haley is the setter for the Trojans.
Oh.
That
Marta Bleed and Gabby Harrington with a little give and go action there as Gabby put a great set on the money there for Marta to put away.
one. Lancers tie it back up at 9s.
This past Wednesday, the Lancers were able to honor Marta and the 3 other seniors on senior night.
That was a great night for those girls. Unfortunately, could not pull out the win. That one. Great kill from Zudema there.
You love to see the angle that she put on that shot right there. It's very hard to prepare for that.
Yeah, that's not something you're going to recover from too easily. Hit that right down the line, landed about 7 feet from the net. Good up there from Zudema. As Bleed tries to do the same thing.
The Lancers take an 11-9 lead. They're playing great right now, John.
Fantastic. So, Leach sets to serve.
Ooh.
And Amanda Adams hammers that one.
Yeah, she is a playmaker for this Taylor team. She leads the team with 408 kills on the year, and you can see why she's a focal point of that offense. I don't even think we had a chance to get that ball up.
No, I don't think anybody was going to have a shot at that. Abby DeSempliere serves. And a good tip there from the Trojans finds the center of the Lancer defense.
Yeah, Haley Harrell saw that opening right there and just, instead of setting it to one of her hitters, she just dumped it right over.
We've seen Alexa Hill do that several times.
Keeps them honest.
It does. That one.
A great swing there from Marta Bleed, being able to put that ball away through the block.
Zudema comes back in to serve.
I must say, next year it's going to be hard for the Lancers to bounce back, losing Zudema, Bleed, and Teal. Some of their best hitters.
Yeah, it's going to be a interesting rebuild phase, quote unquote, for the Lancers. Teal from the back row. Dug by the libero. And a kill there from Amanda Adams. We've seen Lockmuller show capability of playing the front row extremely well. Leach also has seen significant time this year to help kind of replace those seniors that will lose in the front row.
That was a great kill there by Michaela Lockmuller. As she came in as a freshman, she wasn't very comfortable running stuff behind the setter, loops and all that, but that is something she's grown, and it's honestly one of her strengths now. She has 2 kills off of it already.
Meyer serves long.
Another service error by the Lancers. You just hate to see that.
So it ties it back up at 13s. And that'll bring Jamie Sherb back to serve. Sherb.
They give it right back to us.
And we'll continue to do the back and forth action here as the Lancers retake a 14-13 lead.
Yeah, Gina. This is Gina's first full year as being the libero full time, and she's honestly done well. She's learned a lot, and I think she's been playing her best here as of late.
Good double block there by Teal.
Yep, that's a double hit.
And as Steve mentioned, a double hit violation. A point for the Lancers.
Oftentimes you see that when one of the players on a team tries to take it with their hands if they're not a setter.
And there's going to be a timeout from Taylor. So we'll step aside for a second, and we'll be back shortly after this. We're back here in the first set of action between the Grace College Lancers and the Taylor Trojans. If you're just now joining us, we've had some solid action here so far. Steven, how have the teams been playing up to this point?
Yeah, Grace takes a quick 15-13 lead, and coming into this game, Taylor probably has the advantage. They've won 6 in a row, and Grace has only won 2 games in their last 10 games. So you hope to see them turn that around and get a big tournament win here.
Whew. There's a big ace from Novotny. That one just knuckles and dies in front of the diving Jamie Sherb.
I'm sure that's not what Taylor talks about in their timeout right there.
That is momentum killer. That one received by Pomeranke. Good block there from Lockmuller.
Hannah Leach.
That's Hannah Leach, sorry.
Yeah. Freshman out of Warsaw, actually. Hannah was hurt, I believe, in the first or second match of the year, and it put her out a couple weeks, but since she came back, she's played a little bit of right side and definitely had a presence in the middle.
That one, a kill from Pomeranke.
One thing you might have noticed there was the short serve. That is something Coach Katie Van Hofwegen loves to run. It didn't work that time necessarily, but it's supposed to take a hitter out of position. So if the hitter has to receive that serve, she's supposed to, technically, might be out of position to not return it.
That one, great kill there from Leach.
That was a great set by Gabby Harrington. Like we said earlier, we're without Alexa Hill. But Gabby Harrington, it was not her fault by any means on Wednesday of the upset at Goshen. She had a great stat line of 52 assists, 11 digs, and 5 kills. I honestly thought she played really well. It was just more so errors that we've created by ourselves. It's nice to see her playing well again tonight.
Right, yeah. There's several times in these quote-unquote upsets where we just have a ton of attackers for the Lancers.
And that was an error there by Grace Isaac. She just wasn't able to get that ball where she wanted to.
So Lancers out of the timeout. Now up 19-14 here in the first set. Harrington to serve. Cerniak.
A free ball over the net.
And a free ball. Good tip from Leach.
Oh, great block. Cool. Great dig there by Samantha Korn. She is a great libero for Taylor. As we were in the net on that play, I believe it was Hannah Leach. Going back to Samantha Korn, she's been outstanding for Taylor this year. She leads the team with 680 digs and has had many 20, 30 dig performances, which is unheard of.
That's a fantastic performance day in and day out for her. That one tipped from
Speaking
Harrington.
of Korn.
But Korn with a solid dig again.
But another hitting error from Taylor there gives Grace the point. This is a big lead. You need to see Grace finish this with a 20-15 lead. They have to win this first set here.
Teal back to serve. Attack there from Addie Bailey. Zudema with a big swing and finishes it with a tip. And that one is a timeout for the Taylor Trojans.
Yeah. Their last of this set.
So we will step aside again for a short break and be back shortly. And we are back. Coming out of this timeout, Grace College leads the Taylor University Trojans 21-15. Impressive performance to this point for the Lancers. A couple small errors, but nothing major that we've seen as a huge flaw to this point.
I'm sure Taylor's kind of talking about the errors they've had themselves, trying to keep the ball and keep it in system.
Good block there from Bleed. And a tip.
Great dig there by Gabby Harrington.
Teal with another dig.
It was a good tip down the line by Marta. That was one of our keys to the game, is keeping them honest by hitting it down the line.
Oh, that one's a mistake there from Nikki Seacrest.
I think she just got too excited seeing the ball, the overpass coming over the net, that she was kind of trying to choose where to hit it and then just took her eye off of it.
Yeah, I think she went up a little early and started coming down. Had no idea what to do, and by the time she tried to recover, it was too late. And Seacrest,
as Harrell was able to keep that ball up there after the block.
Kept it alive with her elbow, it looked like.
Oh.
Teal made a great effort to try and keep that one alive.
That was a great block by Harrell and Addie Bailey. That was one of our keys, is that Grace is going to look to attack Harrell when she's at the net and set outside, as she is only 5'5". She's a great setter. It's nothing against that, but it's just an advantage that they think they could take advantage of.
Right, yeah. It's a little easier to hit over somebody 5'5" and 6 foot than two people who are 6 foot. That one tipped, looked like by Lockmuller.
Yep, Addie Bailey there again. We've been saying her name a lot here lately.
She had a strong performance in the second half of this set.
She's a senior middle hitter out of Davenport, Iowa, actually.
Zudem on the attack. Horn with a good pass to Amanda Adams. And that'll force the Lancers to call their first time out of the set. So 22-18, and we will step away shortly. Be back in a few. We're back here. Ashley Harrell on the serve there. And Marta Bleed with a big dig there by Harrell.
Novotny read that dump there as we dump it right back over the net.
Amanda Adams attacks, just goes out of bounds. And a point for the Lancers, 23-18. Hannah Leach to the service line. Good dig there by Teal. Another good dig from Nikki Parrott off the attack from Zudema. Bleed sends a free ball over. Amanda Adams on the attack again.
Great dig by Hannah Leach.
Another dig from Leach. Oh, that one just dumped back over by the Trojans.
One key thing for the Lancers this year is that you see Marta Bleed hitting outside and Kelsey Zudema hitting right side. This is her first time in her 4 years here that she's moved to the right side, and the reason Coach Katie Van Hofwegen did that is to maybe even out the attack, is there's not a lot of right side hitters on this team, and Kelsey's done a great job.
That one dug up by Teal. And Bleed tried to save that one. Novotny dove behind her on the...
Hattie Bailey with another block. Haley Harrell there with her. And then another great attack by Amanda Adams. Oh.
Attack from Bleed goes long. And just like that, this is a 23-20.
Yeah, the 7-point lead trimmed down to 2. That's something the Lancers don't like to see. They definitely need to pull out this first set. This is a big point right here.
Bleed's attack unable to be returned.
She has such a strong swing.
It's incredible, the strong swings that are provided for this team out of Teal, Zudema, and Bleed. That one. Strong top serve spin from Zudema. Punched up by Teal. Amanda Adams on the attack.
Gina, way to get to that ball. Bang! Marta Bleed's going to get the kill, but Gina being able to cover on that block was just huge for the Lancers to win that point.
That will do it for the first set. We'll step away for a quick second, and we'll be back with a special guest shortly. We're back here at the Manahan Orthopaedic Capital Center. I am joined by Grace women's basketball coach Dan Davis. Coach Davis, how are you today?
Big John. Well, sorry, Big John. That volume's up, man.
We're good. We'll turn you down a little bit.
Big John, man, I'm doing fine. Well, hey, thanks for having me on here. Excited to see us playing some volleyball and starting off well.
There we go. So, first couple months here up in Indiana. How's the transition been from Alabama to Indiana, and how's the cold weather treating you so far?
Man, we are loving Indiana, and we are loving Grace, and we're loving Warsaw, myself, our family. We're loving it up here, man. It has just been it's a real blessing. It's just been a real blessing just to know the Lord, where that He has us in His will here. It's just such a peace. It's hard to explain it.
Right.
Even after a tough loss today, brother, it's fun. It's a good place to be.
That's good. Yeah. Obviously, first home game today didn't go quite as well as you want it to, but how is it to have that first game here in this beautiful gym?
Dude, I was so daggum nervous after watching the guys play last night, and I was so jacked up. Like, this is this is small college, right?
Right.
But, boy, they do it like a big time. I mean, the introductions, the atmosphere, the music, the crowd, and of course the facility. So after the Twins had their little game at the Y and we got here about 1, Abigail, and I tell you what, man, my stomach, I felt like I was coaching my first game, or was that first varsity basketball game. I was so excited, so nervous. So it was a great feeling. Looking forward to a lot of them.
That's awesome. I'm looking forward to continuing to watch you guys down the stretch here.
Yeah. Yep, I appreciate it. Well, I better get back to who's this guy? I got to get to know him.
This is Steven.
Steven, all right.
Steven played basketball here for 4 years.
Okay. We better give Steve then. This stuff is great, man. So
I know. I got one more question.
Okay,
for
go.
What'd you think of Clint Dog Night, our good friend?
Oh, man.
The way we got to honor him last night and recognize everything he's done for this community and our campus.
It was so funny. The first time I met him, I was in the G-Rec when we came up here to start house looking. And he's like, Dan Davis, new women's. I was like, what? And I was, and he just starts telling all these different statistics and things. And I thought it was so cool. And then, he went on our scrimmage, and I just have loved getting to know him and his, like everybody says, just his enthusiasm and his encouragement. But boy, was it not neat to see what God's done with him and how the impact he's had. It just shows. We, as people, we can really make a difference in people's lives by being positive and enthusiastic and showing an interest, because that man has touched a lot of people's lives. It was awesome last night. It really was. It
was a really special moment on this campus, and I was really glad that we got to be a part of it.
No, and it just, again, being new and not from it, to me it just, again, shows what an amazing university, what a great college Grace is, and just really, what Grace is about. It's just neat. It's neat being an outsider. I'm an insider now, but just new and just soaking that in and watching it. Grace is a special place.
It is a special place.
Yep. All right, man, let's get this other W. Let's get 2 more and get the heck out of here, right? Go watch some Alabama and LSU football.
There you go. What's your score prediction?
I tell you what, man, I'm going to give the Tide 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns?
I'm giving them 2 touchdowns in Death Valley, but I wouldn't be surprised they run in there and just run. They're a machine.
They
man.
are.
They're a machine.
They're a well-oiled machine.
They are, man. So I know I'll have half the 2 Auburn fans in the house happy if they lose, and if they win, 2 Alabama fans happy. So
there you go.
All right, my man. Y'all have fun. Thanks,
right,
John.
see you, Coach.
Yes, sir.
So, that one unable to be saved there by Novotny. And the Trojans hop out to a quick 3-1 lead in the second set.
Just a little bit of collision there for Grace. A few players were going to the ground.
It was. So, Meyer digs that one up. Teal attacks off the hands of Haley Harrell and out of bounds.
John, how high do you think Kaylee Teal's vertical is?
Higher than mine.
I think that was obvious.
Significantly higher than mine.
Double yours.
Yes. I've always said I think if she really wanted to, she could dunk a volleyball.
Who?
And Caroline Meyer tries to dig that up, but unsuccessful.
Julia Pomeranka kind of mistimed her swing there, but when she got the kill, she was all smiles right after it.
I would love to know what the actual numbers on Kaylee's vertical jump is. It is unbelievable to watch her.
A great block there by Julia. And like we said earlier, the Lancers are going to try to attack down the line, and that's what Kaylee did there. Whew.
Harrington with a nice attack there. A little surprise.
That is one aspect of the game that she brings that Alexa Hill does not. Gabby, being a lefty, is just able to turn and swing on the balls when they're in system and close enough to the net. You'd love to see that from her.
So Harrington serves. That one not necessarily returned the way they wanted. And Teal hits into a block, dug up by Novotny. Lancers and Trojans playing through. Zudemo gets the kill. So Lancers able to tie it up at 4s. And Harrington heads back to serve again.
Like we said, the Lancers are without Alexa Hill, who leads the country in assists with, get this, 1,347, which is impressive. And at Bethel last Friday, she was actually able to go over her 3,000th career assist.
That is impressive. Yeah, I saw her in the cafeteria the other day, and I came up behind her and said, "Is that the girl with 3,000 assists?" She just smiled and laughed.
One thing you love about all these Grace volleyball players is how humble they are.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing with the student athletes here at Grace is everybody is so humbled by everything. I haven't met anybody who's just over the top, out of their mind yet. That one returned by Meyer. And a quick tip there from the Lancers beats the Trojan defense. So bleed into the rotation for Meyer. Teal to serve.
Little sister-to-sister there combo as Ashley Harrell had the dig and Haley Harrell had the set.
So, Steve, who had more assists? Lex this year, or you in your entire 4 years here at Grace?
Lex this year. I don't know if I played that many minutes in my 4 years. As Taylor's on a quick 2-0 run to bounce back.
Samantha Korn, as we mentioned, having a fantastic game, serving. That one dug up by Novotny off the block.
She's done that a few times now, been right there after the block.
Teal from the back row. Back row on the attack. Good dig there from Teal. Lockmuir tips over. That one falls just in front of a diving Harrington.
That was a great set there by Haley Harrell, as Amanda Adams was able to put the ball away. Correction. That was Ryan Scissornick?
Yeah.
Apologies for that.
Cerniak. That one, Korn to Adams. Zudem on the attack. Cerniak picks it. That one tipped. And Harrington sends a free ball over.
Back to Cerniak again.
Cerniak. Kaylee Teal tries to get it up. Unable to.
That was a little mixture of Cerniak and Seacrest on the attack there, and the Lancers were just never able to get into system.
Trojans lead 10-5 here in the second set. Harrington to bleed. Turned by Seacrest.
Addie Bailey with the attack there.
Good dig from Haley Harrell. Lucky roll there from the Trojans. Rolled on the tape for a second, falls onto the Lancer side. Good.
Great effort there by Gabby Harrington to keep that ball up.
This is a well-earned point, whichever side does get it.
Seacrest with the tip of her own. Oh.
Little mixed communication there from the Lancers. That one great dig by Teal.
Oh, man. Hats off to Taylor on that point. That was just a great point by both teams.
That was a well-earned point.
Yeah, and that cost a timeout there by Coach Katie Van Hofwegen as Taylor takes an early 11-5 lead in the second set.
So we will step away during this timeout. We'll be back after this.
I think that's funny. They brought us a hot dog.
They're burnt to shards.
I know. We're one.
I'll take one.
And we're back here. Second set. Taylor 11, Grace 5. Grace did take set 1. Steve, what should the people who are just joining us know about the contest to this point?
I thought Grace got out to an early lead in that first set, had a 7-point lead, but Taylor fought back at the end as Grace only won by a few points, and Taylor's just came out and controlled this second set so far.
Botany sends it over on a free ball. That one tipped by Adams. Nope, Cerniak, sorry. Korn to Cerniak again. Nice placement on that, deep in the Lancers.
She has been crucial to Taylor's success in the second set so far.
Cerniak has taken a leadership and dominant role here. And Korn.
And she's only a freshman.
That one blocked by Addie Bailey.
And Nikki Seacrest.
Interesting serving position I've noticed from Samantha Korn.
Yeah, she starts way back in the corner.
She starts back in the, I guess it would be right corner. Everyone else serves from the left corner. And straight on, she kind of comes in on an angle to serve. Hannah Leach also somewhat of an interesting position. Starts right in the middle of the floor.
Out.
That one out of bounds. Hannah Leach serving again. Cerniak receives. Teal attacks. The block from Addie Bailey. Tipped out of bounds.
Well, John, you know what they say. Every sport's a game of runs, and the Lancers have won the last 3 points here, and hopefully they can continue that.
That is true. It's all about the impact.
That one sails just a little long there from Hannah Leach.
Yeah, favorite sports word might be momentum. And every sport can be won just with a little bit of momentum. Lancers looking to maintain it here.
Nikki Parrott with a topspin serve. Ooh. Gabby Harrington called for a double there. That is always hard when they dig it and the ball goes almost up to the ceiling to be able to play that with your hands.
Right. Yeah, it's tough to make a solid pass. Nikki Parrott again with top spin, out of bounds, goes long.
She's also a freshman. Outside, this is a home game for her as she's from Warsaw, Indiana, from Warsaw High School.
So Hannah Leach and Nikki Parrott would have been high school teammates.
Ooh.
That one.
A change in the lineup there as Lexi O comes in for Lancers and gets a kill there.
Lexi, a sophomore from Crown Point, Indiana, comes in and gets that kill. Zudema. Top spin on the line. Referee had to try and defend himself for a second there before he could make the call. The line judge.
Kelsey leads the Lancers with 41 aces coming into this game, and she's already had 2, so to up that total.
Oh, a huge dig there from Korn.
It's hit by Seacrest.
Korn with another diving dig. Addie Bailey coming across.
And who else but Korn there with the dig? Spoke too soon. Again.
That one just long.
As Lexi O came into this lineup and sitting outside, and there's a change on that call there as the back official's calling a tip. That is big for the Lancers.
It's huge for the Lancers. Grace will continue to serve. Zudema continuing to look to attack. That one, a service error into the net.
Probably going to get that every once in a while when you have that big topspin serve and you're being aggressive with it.
Yeah, she's not spotting it. She's hammering it and spotting it. So Sherb into serve. That's a tongue twister right there. Sherb goes back over.
Michaela Bell on the dig. Oh. As Lexi O has been getting a lot of action since she's came in this set. That's already her 3rd kill.
So, Meyer checks in for Lexi O. Myers, you mentioned, some sort of injury in pregame, but seems to be playing just fine.
As the Lancers got down early in the set and now they trail just by 2, it'd be huge for them to come back and win this.
That one sails way long. And
I guess that evens out the ace she got the point before.
that is true. Abby DeSempliere.
Wow, that was a beautiful set by Gabby Harrington as the ball was out of system. The setter out of Cohen, Indiana. Cohen High School, excuse me, Muncie, Indiana.
There we go. So Gina Novotny from the great state of Illinois. No bias there.
Only a little from you.
Bell.
A fierce tip there.
Great tip.
And just like that, it's a 1-point game.
And the Lancers force the Trojans to call a timeout. So shortly, we will return after the timeout. So, coming back out of this timeout, Taylor leads 16-17. Gina Novotny to serve. That one, not the best return from Jamie Sherb, but it gets the job done.
You'd love to see Gabby Harrington turn and swing on that ball right there. That's her second she's put away. One thing to note, that most teams have not been able to see Gabby Harrington play, so this is a completely different Lancers team, but for the teams playing against them, they're not able to get a good scout on them either.
That is true. Lex Hill played every game before this.
Yes, and every game last year, so it is a new look for the Lancers, but it's been working so far.
Haley Harrell to serve. Harrington with a great back set there.
Nice roll shot there. Oh, as it hit the antenna, so that is Taylor's point.
So 19-17 Trojans lead. Teal into the double block off the hands of Pomeranke.
Yeah, the give and go action there from Teal and Harrington was great.
So Harrington looks, dribbles the ball a couple times. Attacks to the back row for Korn. Rolls it over the net.
Oh, as Kelsey Zudema just read Samantha Korn there. And as she saw she was going for the tip, came up and she just tipped it deep to the back right corner. And that ties the game up.
Yeah, Korn came in for the short tip, and Zudema went back corner for the long tip. Zudema is called for the lift. Just trying to get out of the way of that ball.
That was a great block there from Pomeranke.
Ashley Harrell serves. Great receive there from Meyer, but Harrington kind of gets tripped up.
Yeah, and she just hit right in between Harrington and Meyer there as they're still a little shaken up from the play. Cerniak with a great kill there, though. The lefty out of Pittsburgh, Indiana, has been playing very well this set.
That one, a kill from Teal. Nikki Seacrest tried to get it up, unable to do so. Trojans 21, Lancers 20. Second set. Lancers lead 1-0.
As Lexo was called for being in the net there after the hit.
It's always tough to get around some mistakes like that, especially late in a set like this. Harrington to Lexo.
And she responds greatly.
You just got to win the mental battle there. Can't let it affect your thinking. And
she has battled foot injuries this year, but has bounced back well when she's been able to play. And like we say about errors, that was just sad to see there from Hannah Leach serving an errant ball.
So, Nikki Parrott going back.
Great dig there by Gina.
And Zudema gets blocked, but it blocks back into the net. Trojans unable to recover. It'll be a point for the Lancers. 23-22. Zudema awaits. That one goes long.
Just barely, as that is a tie game now, 23-23, which forces Taylor to call a timeout.
So we'll be back shortly. Stay tuned. We're back for the last part of this second set. Zudema to serve for the Lancers.
Oh, great block by Lexo.
Harrington to Lockmuller.
A big kill there from Michaela Lockmuller, the freshman out of Carroll High School.
She has had no fear all year and continues to attack.
Set point right here for the Lancers.
Zudema. That one hits the tape. Korn, of course, of all people. And Korn again.
Out to Seacrest. A little confusion there by the Lancers.
Harrington to Teal in the back row. The attack from Seacrest. Dug up by Harrington. And Lexo.
And who else but the hero of set two, Lexo.
So, Lancers take a 2-0 lead heading into set three. We'll be back for the third set after this.
What I'm looking for in recruits is girls who love the Lord and want to glorify God with their abilities by playing volleyball, and also to succeed academically as well. And what I hope they get out of Grace is a better walk with the Lord, a stronger faith, a connection with their teammates and the other members of this great school and faculty and staff. And they just treat you like one of their own, and I think that's huge when you're going away to college, to have a great support system around you. You're automatically gonna be within a family, and you can learn a lot about yourself, take a lot with you from the experience of playing volleyball. You can accomplish any goal set before you. Also trusting God and His plan for your life. I think a lot of that goes back to 1 Timothy 4:8, where physical training has some value, but godliness has value in all things, holding promise for the present life and the life to come. Volleyball's tough, it's difficult, and you have to trust that it's all for something, and it's much more than a game. It's helping to prepare you for those bigger moments out there in life. I hope it teaches you how to respect yourself and to respect your teammates and your coaches. To realize the value of commitment and what you can accomplish if you truly dedicate yourself to something. And that goes for committing yourself in the classroom and on the court. To get the full results that you want, you have to fully commit yourself and work hard every day to be successful in order to see that success. You need to be willing to work hard on the volleyball court, in the classroom, and to be aggressively pursuing God in all things. I think if you come in with that mindset and know that at the end of the day, that's what you're here to do, is glorify God, you're going to have a great experience, you're going to love your time here, and you're really going to grow as an individual and in your faith.
And we are back underway here. Steven, what have you seen in the first 2 sets of action out of both teams?
I thought the Lancers came out and played very well. A couple of our keys were defense and keeping the ball in system, and that's something they've been able to do well. And they were able to build a 7-point lead in that first set as Taylor mounted a comeback. They've been playing well as well, just haven't been able to win the close sets. But to the second set, man, you just have to give credit to Lexo coming in and producing right away. That's hard to do when you're just sitting on the bench for a little while, just being able to get your number called, come in and produce, and you have to give her props for that.
Yeah, Lexo did sit on the bench for the first set and a half and then came in, made an immediate impact, 3 quick kills.
And as you see, she's starting here for this third set.
Yeah, came off in the rotation, came back in, and dominated again for the rest of the set, including that final kill. So, Zudema to serve to start. And Lancers unable to return that one. Look. To return the serve from Abby DeSemplier.
Oh, overpass there from Michaela Bell.
That one just overpassed, as Steven mentioned, tipped right back down, straight over the net.
The sophomore out of Goshen, Michaela Bell.
Huge dig there from DeSemplier.
Oh. And that is not the start you want to see from the Lancers. Credit to Taylor as they're taking advantage and putting balls away.
Yeah, Taylor's taking advantage of second chances that they're getting, or just opportunities they wouldn't normally have.
Great dig there by Parrott. Oh. You have to applaud the effort there by Haley Harrell.
Fantastic.
She is all over the place.
Yeah, as we mentioned with the mistakes and being able to capitalize. Obviously, we did the basketball game earlier in the day. Coaches always look at second chance points.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of what we're looking at, is the volleyball version of second chance points.
As Amanda Adams puts that ball away with a lot of fire behind it.
Amanda Adams, a sophomore out of Heath, Ohio, in Heath High School.
That is huge for Taylor going forward in the future. She's the focal point of this offense.
Yeah, Adams and Cerniak, sophomore and a freshman, are going to make the Taylor Trojans a tough team to play for years to come.
As Kaylee Teal and Michaela Lockmiller come together there to get a huge block. If we talk about the versatility of Kaylee Teal, she spent a whole year playing a libero as well as a whole year being an outside hitter. And for her senior year now, she's able to play all the way around, which is awesome to see.
That's fantastic.
Her presence is definitely going to be missed next year.
There's not many players in the Crossroads League that can just dominate a game in all facets like Kaylee Teal can.
First time in, Emily Sharp back to serve again.
Emily Sharp coming off a torn ACL last year. Done a lot of mainly just serving for the team this year.
Out of Lawrence, Michigan.
She's from New Carlisle, Indiana. Kelsey Smith is from Lawrence, Michigan.
You are correct, John.
You are welcome. Keeping you on your toes here, Steve.
That is right, as she went to Mishawaka Marion High School.
Ashley Harrell, sophomore from Plymouth.
Not too far from here.
Tipped by Teal. And that one hit by Seacrest.
As she put that way for a kill.
Right in between Teal and Novotny.
She came into this game with 193 kills on the year so far.
And Teal gets the kill. It's a fingertip of one of the Trojan defenders, spins off sideways and rolls out of bounds. Another service error for the Lancers. As we mentioned, it's been a key facet in all of the last couple games for the Lancers. And obviously looking to snap the cold streak that they're on currently.
Just now checking in, Deb Mahalski too.
Mahalski, a junior out of Xena, Ohio.
She's been a focal point of this defense and constantly in the rotation. It looks like maybe Caroline Myers' injury might have been getting to her a little bit as she took her spot in the rotation. On the loop there, Hannah Leach able to put the ball away.
Mahalski out and Lex O back in.
That looked like that serve might have sailed long. So Addie Bailey comes on the attack.
That one blocked out of bounds. That'll be a point for the Lancers. So Taylor once again leads 8-6 here, fairly early in this third set. Grace leading this contest 2-0. And that one lands just on the line.
Two tightly contested sets as Grace won the first one 25-22 and then last set 25-23.
Grace had a big lead in the first set, kind of let Taylor back in, and then the last one came from behind from about the same deficit.
This Nikki Paird's serve goes a little long. Definitely had a lot of heat behind it with that topspin.
Yeah, we've seen her hit a couple service errors out of bounds.
One thing I have to take notice of is Gina Novotny's headband. It seems like it has a lot of sparkles on that.
We were up here doing the game earlier, and Gina walked by, and her shoes were all red sparkles.
You almost wonder if she wants the nickname Sparkle or something.
I've heard she has, about everything she owns has some sort of sparkles on it. So...
A long rally here.
Zudema. Corn on the pass to Seacrest. Dug up by Novotny. Lexo, the hero from set 2.
As she was able to hit that over Haley Harrell and go down the line. It might have, I think it hit off of Harrell's hands actually.
Novotny back to serve again. 9-8 Taylor. That one.
An errant pass, but Haley Harrell was almost able to pick that up actually as we tied the game up as Taylor had an early lead.
Yeah, Harrell was almost able to dig that one out of the net and make a pass. Just rolled off the side of her forearm a little strange. Of course, Korn with the dig there.
Addie Bailey, she runs that loop route so well.
Jamie Sherbin to serve for the Trojans. Serve from Carmel, Indiana. Harrington.
That was a beautiful back set there from Harrington, able to find Kelsey Zudema on the right side.
Fantastic back set there. Zudema into serve.
As the tip goes over Lexo and Michaela's block.
Just got paid a visit by the wonderful Bill Gordon here in the press box, quote unquote. Adams with another big kill down the line.
As Taylor's won the last 2 points.
Said it's a game about runs. Every sport is about runs. That one tipped over by Harrington.
That's her 3rd kill of the day so far. As Deb Mahalski comes in to serve.
Mahalski serves off to the right side as well. As I mentioned, Korn does. A little bit unorthodox, so to speak. And Teal.
Kaylee Teal going right off the block there. Of Pomeranka and Harrell.
So Mahalski back to serve again. Lancers tied at 12. Bell. Pass.
Oh, Teal.
Good.
Almost ran
tip
into the
there.
pole over there.
That one served long, but
It was tipped at the net, I believe.
Yep.
Quick set there to Lockmuller in the middle as she was able to put the overpass away.
Lockmuller hitting that one. Second one. Right down inside the 10-foot line. So, Emily Sharp checks back in for the Lancers. Sharp from New Carlisle, Indiana.
Correct. Great dig there from Michaela Bell.
That one blocked. Big dig there from Bell.
Cerniak able to put that ball away.
Trojans lead 14-13. But a back and forth battle constantly in these last 2 sets.
And I can confirm that Caroline Meyer is over there with ice on her head, which is why we see Deb Mahalski in. Gabby able to put away the errant pass there from Deb. That is big for the Lancers to win that point.
So yeah, I didn't see Caroline Meyer take like any
hit,
injury to the head, but obviously there's something, holding ice pack to the right side of her head, which is also the side of the body that she was having her leg looked at earlier too. So hope everything is going all right for her.
Cerniak was able to tool the block right there.
The way her and Alexa Hill, though, are talking, I'm assuming everything is going to be okay. Everything's in high spirits down there.
I'm very confused on what that call was, as it just looked like it was an overpass that Kelsey Zunema put away, as Kaylee Teal is talking to the top judge right now.
Yeah, it took a second for them to make that call as well. And
as the coaches for Grace are so mad they're laughing about this. I don't know what the call or if that was the correct call.
yeah, there was no real distinction made with a hand signal of any sorts. It was just kind of a pointing to Taylor, and
No.
that was a miscommunication there from the Lancers. Teal able to put it back over, then gets the block with with Leach to
Well, John, you know what they say. Ball don't lie.
ball don't lie. Phrase commonly used. We're on the basketball court. Also translates over here to the other side of the hardwood on the volleyball court.
Oh, and another block. That is huge for the Lancers to have that presence in the middle there. Hannah Leach has really stepped up this game and been a threat as a blocker in the middle.
So Lancers tie it back at 16. Teal serves. And Adams. Another kill.
Correction, Seacrest was on the kill there.
I apologize. I'm off. Mickey Parrott with that hard swing.
And Seacrest with 2 kills in a row. She's finding her groove this set.
Trojans back out to a 2-point lead, 18-16. Harrington to Zudema. That one hit with the back of the forearms by Korn. That looked to be a carry.
Yeah, it looked like she got away with the carry there. I'd agree.
Ball don't lie once again. Doesn't matter, red lines, black lines. That phrase translates here in the MOCC.
Gina Navanti back to serve. As Addie Bailey was able to put that ball away.
Addie Bailey's had a very impressive game for the Trojans.
Like we said earlier,
All
the
around.
senior out of Davenport, Iowa.
Sherb back to serve. Received by Lexio.
Oh.
Hammered by Zudema.
Gabby Harrington had a plethora of options there on the set as you had Lexio, Kelsey Zudema, and Michaela Lockmuller all coming up.
The top serve, top spin serve. Zudema coming.
Oh. Great dig there by Gabby Harrington.
That one.
It's out wide.
From Adams. Lands out. And I believe it's Taylor calls a timeout. Stops the run. 19-19. Third set. We'll be back. Stay tuned. And we are back. 19-19 in the third set. Grace leads 2-0. And Zudema on the serve. Haley Harrell with a quick tip. And a point for the Trojans. To Semplier, back to serve. That one lands out.
Great hit there by Michaela Lockmuller, able to put that ball away and tie this game up.
Michaela Lockmuller, once again, a freshman from Fort Wayne, Indiana, Carroll High School.
A great tip by Gabby Harrington.
Fired up after that one. Good pass from Deb Mahalski.
I must say, she's been playing with a lot of passion these last two games with the opportunity she has gotten.
Yeah, she's making the most of her chance.
And speaking of her,
great tip there. Lancers 22, Trojans 20. We'll step away quickly. Be back after the timeout. (22-20) coming out of the timeout here in the third set. Grace College leads the Taylor Trojans and looks to put away this one in an emphatic victory in the quarterfinals of the Crossroads League Tournament. Mahalski with a free ball over. Pomeranke's attack long, and that'll be a point for the Lancers.
Lancers with a 3-point lead here. An overpass. Oh, a great block there by Harrell.
Lockmuller went to make the attack and try and sneak one in there, but Harrell.
And Harrell goes for the dump and gets it. Man, the senior, she does not want this to be her last game, and she is coming to play right now.
So, Harrell gets ready, serve, to try and keep this season alive for the Trojans. Harrington will dump off. And Teal hammers it.
Oh.
Great dig there by Sherb. Lockmuller with the kill.
As Lockmuller was able to put that ball away. Credit to Sherb, as I thought Kaylee Teal had a kill, and next thing you know, the ball was up. As it is set and match point here for the Lancers as Emily Sharp is back there to serve.
So Lancer, quick fix to the scores table. As one of the Trojans ran into it and had to put it back together really quick. Sharp serve.
Oh. Great kill there from Amanda Adams.
As we mentioned, Adams just absolutely hammers the ball. Very strong swing.
Set point number 2 here for the Lancers.
Ashley Harrell, the sophomore from Plymouth and sister of Haley Harrell, Novotny.
as Hannah Leach was blocked there by Addie Bailey. Correction by Julia Pomerenko. It is now just a 1-point game as the Lancers take a timeout.
So we'll take a really quick break for this timeout. Be back shortly. We're good. Ashley Harrell back in. Set point number 3, match point number 3. Teal, dug up by Korn. Attacked by Adams, received by Novotny. Good dig.
A roll shot there.
Good save there from Novotny.
Oh, great dig by Harrell. Teal for the 4th time.
And the senior ends this one.
Man, you have to give a lot of credit to Taylor, as those were 3 tightly contested sets with 25-22, 25-23, and 25-23. And bearing an upset of Bethel beating Marion, the Lancers should be headed to Marion next Wednesday to face the Knights.
It'll be a good contest, always a battle between those two programs. So, Lancers take this one 3-0 as they will move on to the semifinals on November 7th against the winner of Marion and Bethel. Thank you for joining us tonight. For myself, John Opila, and Stephen Halstead, we would like to thank you for tuning in and like to thank you for your continued support of Lancer Athletics. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time.